1 in every 4 rows of soybeans in every field in the entire United States of America has to go abroad. China is the largest importer of soybeans in the world. They import 61% of the world's market. Last year, we sent around 12 billion, I think $14 billion worth of soybeans the year before. For the first time in 20 years, China's bought 0 soybeans and 0 new crop corn out of this country.
0?
So we went from 12 billion to 0.
Where are they buying the soybeans?
Brazil. You see, we lost 42% of our market share in the first tariff war. In Trump's first tariff war, the Chinese went to buying their soybeans from Brazil. They invested billions of dollars in Brazilian infrastructure. They have moved into Africa, and they're going to commercially farm in Africa. Since we left with USAID, they moved their Belt and Road program into Africa. So we've pretty much lost the Chinese market share. If we got 100% of the soybean business, Katie, for every country in the world except for Brazil and Argentina, we would still only have half the soybean business that China is.
Are you getting 100% of everything else?
Breaking news. MAGA soybean farmers across the southern United States are crying and complaining about the Chinese not buying our soybeans. What? The Chinese are not buying our soybeans because of Trump's tariffs, where they have in turn placed tariffs on our soybeans and made them so expensive that we can't sell soybeans to China, and China is one of the biggest buyers of soybeans in the world. What? Well, MAGA farmers, who did you vote for? MAGA farmers, we tried to tell you this would not be a pretty picture. MAGA farmers, you not remember back in 2018, 2017, and Trump had another tariff war with China, and the same thing happened? Well, did you not expect it to happen again? There was about a $15 or $16 billion bailout. Socialism for the farmers. Oh, it's okay for you all to get payments when Trump messes up the economy on soybeans and causes China to go to South America to buy soybeans. And it's a problem for you now, and you're crying about it, and you're not happy about it. Well, FAFO. You F around and you're going to find out. You did the same thing again. History under Trump repeats itself. We had the largest deficit increase under Trump before, likewise, the second largest one now. Tariff problems under Trump, and you had problems selling your crops in, same thing again. So when are you going to learn? What do y'all think? I think they don't need to bail them out. I think they need to play on the same field like the rest of us. They don't need to be bailed out. What do you all think? Love to hear from my Democrats, my MAGAs, my crazies, my cuckoos, my burned out light bulbs. Y'all voted for Trump. This is what you get. What do you all think?
Farmers laying awake, crying at night because they're cash strapped. Look at this. Farmers and cattle ranchers are short 150,000 workers to pick crops. Fruit is rotting on the ground. No soybean deals with China, which is 60% of what they normally sell every year. 0 deals. Farm equipment. John Deere is losing millions of dollars due to tariffs. And farmers, if they have the money, are buying used equipment. Farmers who every single time vote for this administration, and every single time, this is an exact replica, but times 10 from his first term. Farmers crying at night, and many of them, I bet you, would say they'd vote for him again. Getting exactly what you voted for. And guess what? Blackstone and J.D. Vance are ready to come in and swoop up your bankrupt farms. MAGA farmers, I have 0 sympathy for you. 0.
Some breaking news for you guys. So China will now import soybeans from Brazil. So Donald Trump just helped Brazil. So thank you very much, Donald Trump. In this tariff war, the only people losing is the American people.
MAGA white Americans are now crying. Why? My name is Lick. Today's video, we are going to talk about farmers from USA are now going bankrupt due to lack of market because China refused to import anything from USA. Now, China decide to import their soybeans from Brazil. Wow. We got a more video like this. Remember that credit goes to the owner of the video. I will come back with a comment. Please don't forget to subscribe.
Well, it looks like Trump has finally pissed the farmers off. Let's get into it. The report is in. The U.S. farmers went from a $12 billion trade agreement with China to zero. His mass deportations have left the farmers with no workers or hardly any. Then on top of that, his increase in tariffs made them lose one of their biggest buyers, which was China. Now China is going to Brazil and Africa. This is your wonderful president. A lot of farmers have had to file bankruptcy. A lot of farmers are losing their farms. Yet and still, we have the wonderful president sitting up in the Oval Office, signing. Take a listen to this farmer who did an interview explaining the struggle that they're having.
Disappearing profits are making it nearly impossible for them to break even, let alone to turn a profit. One of those farmers calls the president's tariffs, quote, the ice cream on top of a cake of a perfect storm. He joins us now, Arkansas farmer Scott Brown, who attended last week's town hall. Scott, really good to have you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me about what's happening with your farm.
Well, we've got a real disaster with this tariff deal. I mean, we produce 40% more agricultural products in this country than we can consume domestically. 1 in every 4 rows of soybeans in every field in the entire United States of America has to go abroad. China is the largest importer of soybeans in the world. They import 61% of the world's market. Last year, we sent around $12 billion, I think $14 billion worth of soybeans the year before. For the first time in 20 years, China's bought 0 soybeans and 0 new crop corn out of this country.
0?
So we went from 12 billion to 0.
Where are they buying the soybeans?
Brazil. You see, we lost 42% of our market share in the first tariff war. In Trump's first tariff war, the Chinese went to buying their soybeans from Brazil. They invested billions of dollars in Brazilian infrastructure. They have moved into Africa, and they're going to commercially farm in Africa. Since we left with USAID, they moved their Belt and Road program into Africa. So we've pretty much lost the Chinese market share. If we got 100% of the soybean business, Katie, for every country in the world except for Brazil and Argentina, we would still only have half the soybean business that China is.
Are you getting 100% of everything else?
Yeah, if we got 100% of everything else, we would still only have half the Chinese business.
Well, what are you getting right now if you're not getting China? Are you getting every other market out there?
Or probably some other countries, and the market's pretty stifled. Most of our soybeans here go to the Mississippi River. It's the closest place to market them. They're going to go downriver and go overseas somewhere at some point. Beans are about $10.28 on the board today. We're going to get 40 cents behind that as a basis because the elevators are going to want to control their hedge. It's going to cost us 50 or 60 cents in a truck to get there, so we're getting in the low 9s. In Purdue University will tell you it takes $12.03 to raise them.
Okay, so you farm soybeans. You farm 800 acres. You know, $0 coming from China. That's a problem. How are you going to pay your bills? Are you turning a profit? Are you breaking even?
I hope to break even this year. I farm so little, I farm by myself. My tractors are all paid for. They're old. They're 50 years old. My tractors were all made in the 70s. My combine was made in 1997. I cut a load of beans, put it in the truck, and haul it to the river myself. So I've got a lot less cost than most of these boys. I've got friends that farm 5,000 and 6,000 and 7,000 acres that have millions.
This is why one great man said, it's not about black or white. It's the context of the person's character. And this is the character that you guys voted for. Donald Trump and his administration is causing the farmers to fail. Like, comment, share, and follow me for more controversial topics.
This is what you get when you vote against your interest. Guys, some people, they just vote Trump because he's white. No, they feel like we cannot load by Kamala. She's not even white. So they just voted for Trump because they thought Trump is going to, to deport all, black, Latinos, Asians. He did it, but you forget that those people are the one who help you in your farm. They help your business to grow because you even know that you pay them low when you compare to real Americans. What you call real American, I don't know, whatever. Guys, when it's come to business, something that can, keep your business up, think about someone who's got to lead your country and keep your business up. Business doesn't care about the color of the president, cares about the character of someone who's going to take from one level to another level. This is what's happened when you vote against your interest. We still have another video. Let's watch them. I will come back with a comment.
Well, here's the thing. I thought y'all believed in free market capitalism. And free market capitalism is the government don't uphold you. See, the government has been subsidizing these white farmers forever. And when the black farmers say, hey, well, subsidize us too. Nah, we're not subsidizing you like the white ones. We're not doing it. We may give you a few crumbs, but we're not doing it like the white farmers. And black farmers forever have not gotten any subsidies in amount have white farmers have gotten. Number two, all that land that these white people got to farm, a lot of it was stolen from black people. Let's call that what it is. Because we know they just didn't come into all this land to farm. All these millions of acres of land they have. Black folks lost their millions of acres of land. It's not they lost it because they just did bad business or sold it. That's number two. Number three, your exports. Let's talk about that. Because Trump instituted tariffs, especially on China, China was one of the biggest customers for American farmers. And when Trump put the tariffs on them, went back to March of 2025, they immediately start cutting off and tariffing products going into China. Soybeans was the main thing they wanted from America. So they started sourcing soybeans other places. They still get some American soybeans, but not 100% like they were. They cut off American beef, American pork, American chicken. It's a lot of different people suffering on farms now because of what happened with the tariffs. You understand what I'm saying? Now, Trump, he don't care about you. Trump got his. Listen, Trump in the billionaire class like that. Let me tell y'all something. Listen. Because I know some white people may listen to this. Listen, white people. I know you're listening. So I'm gonna talk to you straight. This is your fault. Let me tell you why.
On today's episode of FAFO, farmers are again asking for help.
This is not your ordinary farm crisis. We call it Farmageddon, and it really is tough time.
So you guys are calling it Farmageddon. Real estate investors are calling it Farmapalooza as they can't wait for you to foreclose on your property and then come in and buy your property for pennies on the dollar. And the rest of us that didn't vote for this administration are calling it I told you so Cella. And let's hear what one of the farmers have to say about this.
Our bill collectors want money now. The chemicals, the seed companies, the fertilizer companies, they need it now. They don't want to hear, oh, I'm waiting on a farm bill payment that's going to come 2 years from now. They don't want to hear that.
Unless money comes now, it's projected up to 1/3 of Arkansas farmers could face bankruptcy or be forced to shutter their operations.
Now, I have a couple of suggestions that actually might help you in this situation. 1, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. 2, cut back on the avocado toast. 3, enjoy less Starbucks. 4, perhaps find a part-time job. And 5, cut back on your subscriptions like Netflix, Hulu. And it looks like all these farmers have a very similar solution as to what can fix their problems.
Haney hopes if the right person hears his message, it'll spark a positive outcome before it's too late.
77% of farmers voted for President Trump. And all we're asking for President Trump and this administration to do is take care of the farm.
And by take care, they mean another government handout. Which is really weird and ironic because since 77% of you guys voted for this, you guys should be happy with what you got. Because of the policies and the executive orders that he enacted, you guys are suddenly freaking out even though this is what you voted for, but for some reason you guys aren't putting the blame on him. Because you guys are always, socialism is bad until you guys need it, then you're like, no, it's good for me, but not for you. And the really ironic part is that they need help now, but in that big beautiful bill that was signed, they're actually going to get help at the end of 2026. So I would suggest that you guys properly try to manage your money until the end of 2026 instead of asking for help now. Drop a comment and let me know what you think about the situation.
60% of farmers are the one who voted for Trump. They were hoping it's going to take them to another level. That level is going to take you to demolish your business. He's the one who told you that when I get power, I will do deportation for immigrants, and you know that 50% of your workers are, they don't have documents, and you voted for him. You never, you guys don't. You have to use your sense before you decide who is going to lead your country, so that you can decide according to someone who's going to help you with your business and your family. Now you're starting to blame Donald Trump, and you know that it is not his first time deporting people. You know that when he got power, what he can do. Guys, I hope you liked today's video. Thank you for watching. Comment, share, see you on another one.